Hey guys, Lone Star Legacy here. So today we're going to be doing an unboxing video of this new Seekins PH3. This is their Woodland Camo Edition. This is also a 7 PRC, so it's a long action. It has a 22-inch barrel on it. So what I thought was really neat about these Seekins compared to other rifles that are on the market right now is the innovation that they have going on. So they have it to where you can do a quick change barrel process, so you can change the calibers out, right? So if you have a long action, which is what this is, I purchased it in a 7 PRC. I can purchase a barrel in a 300 PRC, a 7 backcountry, which is exactly what I did. So right now I have a custom barrel coming in for a 300 PRC, and then a 16-inch 7 backcountry. What I like about that is with the 7 backcountry right now, right, we all kind of know that it's a new caliber. It's kind of up in the air on if that caliber is going to stick. And what I didn't want to do is spend good money on a rifle that was dedicated as a 7 backcountry, and then that caliber all of a sudden kind of flop, gets hard to find ammo, those kind of things, and then I'm stuck with almost like a rifle that I can't get rid of. So with this, you purchase the rifle once, you purchase different barrels, so you can change it out. If I want to shoot a 7 PRC, I can go for it. If I want to switch over to my 7 backcountry, I can do that. And if I want to go into a 300 PRC for big game, stuff like that, even though I think 7 PRC is completely capable for elk, stuff like that I shot, this has a lot of innovation, and I think it's just really neat. And if it works out the way that I'm expecting it to, my plan is to get me a short action version of this rifle, and I can go in and change in between, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 PRC, 6 Creedmoor, those kind of things. So like I said, this is just going to be an unboxing video, so I'll take it apart, take it all out of the boxing, show y'all what it looks like. I am currently waiting on the scope to come in. We'll get that all sighted in and mounted, and then what we'll do is we'll do a group video, see how it groups, and then hopefully we'll be taking this on a hunt here in December. So this is exactly how it comes. I haven't tweaked or touched anything yet. So it comes with a nice hard case from Seekins. It comes with this little wrapping around the action, keep it protected. Looks like here, the first bag. It does come with a spent casing, so assuming that they test fired this this gun in-house, it looks like it's only one casing, so I don't think they did any group testing, at least that they sent with the gun. They might have done it at the factory, but with the gun they only sent one casing. We do have the bolt. So the bolt is fluted. This is also their quick change bolt, so you can tear this part in the field, clean it out, put it back together. Like I mentioned earlier about the barrel change outs for different calibers, when it comes to the long action, this comes with a Magnum bolt face. This is the M3 bolt face, so you would have to purchase another bolt face if you want to run the 7 backcountry. So this Magnum will run the 7 PRC, the 300 PRC, 300 Win, those kind of things. You would have to purchase the standard bolt face if you want to run the 7 backcountry. I do have one on back order right now. That's the one downfall right now with this being a new rifle. It's about a 3-month wait time, 3-4 month wait time from Seekins. But I do have that on order. If you do purchase the short action version, it comes with the standard bolt face, and that'll work for all your short action calibers. You only have to buy the standard bolt face if you're buying a long action and you're shooting one of the Magnum cartridges and you want to jump down to a 7 backcountry. That's the only one in the long action that requires that standard bolt face. So there's that. Like I said, very nice looking bolt. Here, little packaging. Let's see what we have in here. So sticker from Seekins. Looks like a little caution card about taking it apart, doing the barrels, stuff like that. And then of course you do have the manual, so you can go through here and read any of the information. Like I said, I'm kind of discussing a lot of this already, but this is where you get all your specific on torque specs and how to do things. They do have pictures in that from what I just saw, so it does look like they give you a nice little manual to follow. So we'll remove that. So as you see it here, guys, this is how it comes from the factory, with the exception of this little Picatinny rail. When I was at my gun shop, I asked them if they had one laying around. They did, so I asked them just to toss one on there for me just so I didn't have to mess with it when I got home. So they threw this on there. Other than that, this is exactly how it comes. So it does have a rail down here for you to attach all your accessories. It does have a QD mount here at the bottom. There is also a QD mount on this side and on this side on the front. When it comes to the rear, you do have a QD mount here at the bottom. There's none here on the sides like I've seen on other rifles. Looks like it has a nice 90-degree grip. Looks like a nice little palm swell. Does have a quick press. You can press this in. You do got to press it in pretty far. You can't just use your finger. You're going to have to stick something in there like a bullet. We'll probably use a spare casing here in a minute. Push that in, raise the cheek riser. This is all stainless steel on the barrel, so good for outdoor weather. You know, not like a carbon steel where it could get out rust. The action is an aluminum action, so it's lightweight. This rifle is very lightweight. So I have a short action from Bagara in their Crest model, which is a carbon fiber 6.5 PRC that I have. This feels pretty close to that. If not, that might even be a little bit lighter. Their stock is supposed to be a carbon fiber stock with synthetic kind of mixed in. So you don't have the carbon fiber look. So if you've ever seen a carbon fiber stock before, normally you can see all the carbon fiber layers. You do not see that on this rifle. It looks more synthetic, but it does feel really nice. Has a good texture to it. It does have a nice hand-painted stock, which I did mention. This is a woodland style. This is not the mountain style. It's the woodland camo. Very good looking stock. Getting into the magazine. It is a carbon fiber magazine. For the 7 PRC, it is a 3-round capacity with one that goes into the action. It is threaded down here for a suppressor, which they made it loose, so I don't have to get a tool right off the bat to change that out. So that's nice. Get it threaded off here. And I can put my suppressor directly on. It is 5/8 by 24. Yeah, like I said, really nice looking rifle. Let's go ahead and get the bolt in here. Went in nice and easy. It has a 60-degree bolt throw. It is a very easy bolt throw. One finger, nice and easy. It's a very smooth filling action. This does come with a Timney trigger. Let's see kind of what it's set at right now. I do have my reader here for testing the pound weight. .2 pounds. That's what I have on it right now. Let's do another one. 2.2 pounds. So it looks like it's sitting just a little above 2 pounds from the factory. You got a little Allen wrench here just to show y'all how you would do it. So right under the trigger, there is a little screw. So you don't have to take it out of the stock to do any adjustments. You can do it right here. Get that out of my way. Oh man, if I can get this in there. And you hear that? You got a tactile. I don't know if y'all can hear that on camera. So as you do this, you can kind of know how many turns you put on it. That's nice, instead of just turning it and not kind of knowing where you are. So I do like how they did the little tactile on there. Let's see. Let's see if that did anything to it. Zero that back out. 1.8. Like I said, just put a few turns on there. I'm already showing 1.8. I like my hunt triggers to be about that 2 pound mark. When it comes to my precision rifles, I like them closer to about 1 pound, maybe even a little bit under 8 ounces, something like that. That's 2.2. So good about 2 pound trigger right here, the way it's already set up. So I might tweak with it some more, but I mean this is probably about where I'm going to leave it. Nice crisp trigger pull. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it does have a very nice trigger pull. It's very smooth. Wouldn't expect anything different from a Timney trigger. Trying to think. I think that's just about everything. Like I said, very nice looking rifle, very lightweight rifle. So if you are doing like any type of mountain hunting, I think it's light enough to do something like that. Of course, there's other options out there if you want to go and get extremely lightweight. But I think this is light enough for me for what I'll use it for. Like I said, stainless steel barrel. Can't beat that when you're out in the weather element, stuff like that. Aluminum action. Lightweight fiber, carbon fiber stock. Nice trigger. 60-degree bolt throw. All your attachment railings up here. QD mounts. I love QD mounts. Adjustable cheek piece, which we'll go ahead and do that while we got you here. Pull this out. Like I said, you would press this in pretty far. Let me get a better grip on it. And there you go. So it does have nice stainless steel or aluminum looking lugs in there. Nice and sturdy. A little wobble, but I think it's, you know, that's a very sturdy cheek riser. So you can get that perfect height once you get your scope on here. So you don't have to worry about, you know, trying to get the lowest possible rings to where you are fighting trying to get a good height here. Of course, you want to keep them as low as you can, but get them on there where they fit right, and then go ahead and adjust this where you got your eye view perfectly. Like I said, beautiful feeling rifle. I'm excited to take this out and get it sighted in. Like I said, what I like is the innovation they have with the barreling system. So what we're going to do is I do have some scope rings coming in. I do have a Night Force scope and an Arkin scope coming in. I'm not sure which one we'll put on here. One's going to go on one of my other guns. But we'll get this mounted up. We'll get the suppressor on it. We'll take some velocity readings. We'll check and see what the grouping is. Make sure it's that, you know, 1 MOE guaranteed from Seekins. So we'll do another video on that here shortly. I plan on taking this on a December hunt. We're going out to a nice ranch. So we'll be taking this out there. So I'll have some videos posted of that. And like I said, I'll do some other videos of this rifle here soon. But this is a quick unboxing video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, like and subscribe, please. That always helps the channel. We are a new channel trying to get going. I've had a lot of people ask about doing more in-depth reviews instead of just shorts on my YouTube channel. So we're going to start doing a lot more reviews, velocity testing, those kind of things. Like I said, I'm going to let y'all follow this through when we get these new barrels in so we can quick change these barrels, show you all the innovation that Seekins is doing. Like I said, I think this is kind of the future of the rifles coming in, where you can do all your changing, swapping without having to go through a gunsmith. I think that's awesome. We're buying the specialty tools you need. If I haven't already mentioned, all you would do is pull this stock out. There's a quick little bolt in here, a little hex key kind of bolt. You would go ahead and reloosen that. This barrel is only at 10 pounds. That's all it's torqued down to. You hand loosen it, take it off, slide in that new barrel, put it down to 10 foot-pounds. They said just hand tight, talking with Seekins. The little screw that is in here, you put it down to 30 foot-pounds to torque it back, and you're good to go. You know, depending on, like I said, me switching to the 300 PRC, that is all I would need to do. If I'm switching to my 7 backcountry, which is another reason why I bought this rifle, I would have to change that bolt face to a standard bolt face. Like I said, they're on back order right now, so that's my delay on that. Plus, I do have some lead times on the barrels being made. The barrels are going to be Seekin barrels. I might eventually maybe do a proof research barrel, something like that, but the first ones I'm getting are from Seekins. And then if I do the 7 backcountry, I do have to get a different magazine, and it's going to have a spacer in here. So once I start getting those parts in, they do have some lead times. I'll show you all everything on how all that works. But I think if you're somebody who's wanting to get into the 7 backcountry and not purchase, you know, a super expensive rifle that is limited to only a 7 backcountry caliber, where you're worried about that caliber flopping and not being available or being hard, or, you know, and then you're just kind of stuck with that rifle where you can't sell it, I think this is the great way to go. Because if I put that barrel on here, and like I said, the reason of the 7 backcountry, why I like it so much, is I'm a 7 PRC guy. I love this round. I've done multiple hunts with this type of round. It has done amazing for me. That 7 backcountry gives me the same performance, but out of a shorter barrel where I can run my suppressor. So for the guys out there that run suppressors, you know, some of y'all might still like that longer barrel so y'all can get full velocity out of it. That's completely fine. That's y'all's way. I like to run a shorter barrel to have my suppressor. I do hunt a lot of brushy areas, so I do like that shorter barrel. I do have other guns that are 308, 6.5 Creedmoor that are down to 16-inch barrels, and they do just fine for deer game. But I would like to have a short barrel 7 backcountry where I get that higher performance on some bigger game when I go, but still have that shorter, compact barrel. So, like I said, guys, please like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll have more videos of this coming out soon. Thank y'all.